Hey guys, this video that you're watching right now in a minute here will appear right here. But for right now, let's go over LF, linear functions, tables, graphs, and equations. So being able to look at any of the three and putting them back and forth together to understand them. There we go. So as my video goes, there's different ways it's going to ask you questions on this. So I want to kind of make sure I cover all of it. First thing it asks is the slope. So when we talk about slope, let me turn this on. Slope, for the most part, to help you understand, is when it says which one is greater is in the slope, that just means which one is steeper. So if that, let's just call this one line A, and we'll call the other one line B. I'm just making these up right now. And if it were to say like this, which one has a greater slope, it would be the yellow one because it's steeper. The closer it gets to the y-intercept, the steeper it's getting, or the greater the slope is getting. This would be like saying I had a slope of, make sure I got that on, 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3. So this would have a slope of about, I didn't make an exact one, but 3, 1. So let's just say my slope was up 3 over 1. Whereas line A is more like right here, up 1 over 2. So if you think of it like an improper fraction, the bigger the improper fraction is, so like 6 over 1 would be even steeper. It'd be higher up, 8 over 1, 12 over 1. Like the bigger the number is on top of the denominator or the rise on top of the run, however you want to word it, the steeper it is, the greater it is. So when we go down here, my slope for the first one, function A, this is the slope, 5. 5 over 1. Hopefully you know that by now. We keep talking about it, but hopefully you've understood. If I see a whole number, it just means it's over 1. Now, to find the slope on the table, if you watch my other video, this is y2, this is y1, and the equation is y2 minus y1. So y2 is 4 minus negative 12. And then this is x2, because these are my 2's. And this is x1. These are my 1's. 1's and 2's, if you think of it that way. So 1, oops, let me write that right here, x2 minus x1, which would be 1 minus negative 7. Now, remember, 2 minuses just turns into a plus. It's like getting rid of owing somebody money. So 4 plus 12 is 16. And 1 plus 7 is 8. And 16 divided by 8 is 2. And 2 is just 2 over 1. So there's the slope over here. And here's the slope over here for the equation. So we're comparing an equation and a table right now. And it says which one has a greater slope. This one would be, the red one would be up 5 over 1. So in theory, it would look something like this. Okay. And then the other one, I wish I had a table over here, or excuse me, a graph. I could show you this even better, but it would be up 2 over 1, which would be pretty similar to like right here, similar to what that yellow one already is there. Be a little bit more like this. So as you can see, function A is much greater. It's steeper, harder to climb, any way you want to look at it. So let's say function A. Okay, now on this one, I'm comparing a table and a graph. Okay, we've been doing a lot of graphs, so you should be able to see. Here's my y-intercept right here, negative 1. And then just look up the line until you see where it crosses another intersection, which just happens to be here. So the slope for this is up 1 over 1. 45 degrees pretty much, right? I have a up 1 over 1 slope. Make sure it asks you about slope. In a minute here, it's going to ask me about something else. So just keep up with me there. So this one is going to be y2. This is going to be y1. This is going to be x2. This is going to be x1. And remember, y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. I'm leaving them big so I can plug them in here. Negative 20 minus negative 24. And then negative 6 minus negative 7. Like, oh man. Like I keep saying, 2 minuses make a plus. 2 minuses make a plus. So negative 20 plus 24 is going to be positive 4. And negative 6 plus 7 is going to be positive 1. So my slope over here is up 4 over 1. And if you wanted to, you can come over here and I can prove it to you that up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1 would be like that. Just to kind of give you a quick idea is all I'm showing you. Whoa. I thought I had a straight line there. There. So now you can see the difference of having to climb this wall, or yeah, pretty much is a wall. Hill would be really steep. So function A would be much steeper than function B. Now I'm going to jump ahead because the next questions, they start to word differently. This one's the same. And this one's different. Okay. The reason it's different, and I can see it's different, is this one's asking you about the y-intercept. So we're not looking at the slope now, we're looking at the y-intercept. And the first one it gives me, of course, is the easier one because here's my y-intercept, guys. That's plus b. So that means it would cross right here. And this one is obviously right here. It's where it crosses, right? So it says which one is greater. Looks like function b is greater. Why? Because it's higher up. This is 0. Positives up here, negatives down here. So the higher up we are, the greater the y-intercept is. And then I wanted to show you one more where they use a table. Hopefully they will. Nope, that's the same idea. Y-intercept. So this one is at 5. This one is at negative 1. This is my answer. Those are pretty fast. See if I go back. Will it give me one? Come on, man. Where's the table? All right, well, if it had a table, it really does not want to give me a table. If it had a table, all you'd have to do, guys, is graph the table. So I'll make one up. If it would have said 3, 4, and then no, I don't want to do that. This is hard to make up on the spot. 5, 7. So I would just go over here. I go over 3, up 4, put a dot. Over 5, up 7, put a dot. And then if you were doing this on your whiteboard, especially, it'd be easy. You graph it, and then you can just see, oh, the y-intercept is down here. This one's up here, so function b is better. So if they give you one at the table, just graph 2 of the dots. They'll give you 3. All you got to do is 2 of them and connect them.